Here with Jed Stugart, head football coach of the University of Sioux Falls Cougars, ranked number 10 and 17th in the country. Today, they defeated University of Mary 55-7. I'm Dan Gensler, Sports Information Director, talking with Coach Stugart. Tell us about the game today and how you felt about the performance.
Well, I think we talked for 2 weeks, just being able to come out and start fast. Start fast on the first quarter, start fast in special teams, but start fast on our season. And, because, you never know. You never know what a team's going to be like in the off season. And so you got to come out and set the tempo and the tone. I've been really pleased with our fall camp. It just seemed like our guys were really dialed in and focused. We didn't have a lot of missed opportunities in practice. We just didn't have bad practices. So, I was really proud how they came out, just focused. Offensively, we took the ball and wanted to go down and score, and they did. And defense was smothering, and that's signs of a good football team. So we got to just kind of wrap it up and go do it again next week.
The defense really stepped up today, Jed. They played marvelous football for the majority of the game. There was a couple. When we put reserves in the fourth quarter, they did score a touchdown. But overall, you can't help but be pleased with what Tremaine Jackson and his coaches did in preparation for the game, right?
No, absolutely. Because you just don't know. Sometimes defensively, you don't really know what an offense is going to bring to the table. And not saying it's easier than offense, because you don't know what a defense is going to. They showed us some new things that we hadn't seen on film from last year. So, I think, the offense, has gotten a lot of attention, is how explosive, how many returners they had back. And defense, we've got a lot of returners too, but, just that, the turnovers. I'm just so pleased with our turnovers. We got 4 today. We gave up 2, but we got 4, and that's a goal of theirs, is to get 3 a game. They didn't score on D. That was one goal we almost did right at the half, but they're hitting their goals right now. And, I'm going to look at the stats. I wanted to see what our third down conversion defense was against them, and I bet you it's pretty good.
The other night I was watching the Baylor game. They're an explosive team at the FBS level. USF's awful explosive at this level, having 42 touchdowns with 3 minutes or less a year ago. And the first 3 touchdowns of today's game were all under 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Talk about what Dusty Work and his offensive staff has done in preparation of this game in the past year.
Innovative. Dusty's and his staff are very innovative. Tremaine will tell you they'll give you fits. I think that's why our defenses, as well as it's done, is going against a pretty innovative offense and coaching staff on our offensive side. We're explosive. I think we had 80 plays today, and our goal is to get into the mid-90s, and that's kind of where we want to be. But we didn't have to in the fourth quarter there. We slowed her down a little bit. So love our production, and love what we're doing offensively, and because those guys are you want to keep defenses guessing. You want to take the easy throws and make the easy throws and make the easy catches. So they're proud of what they do.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. At one point, Jed, we had 480 yards in total offense on 63 plays, which is just under 8 yards a play. So that kind of shows that kind of production. Yeah. Now, you said in the post-game huddle about staying focused, being 1-0, getting ready for Crookston. Are you pleased with where your focus of your team is right now?
I think this is the big test this week. Your first game, and they've been in camp, and all of a sudden you got a game. If the kids think that it's against Crookston and whatever that means, and do we not take them serious? Those guys get scholarships too. So this will be our big test to see if we stay focused all week and make smart choices over the weekend, make smart choices next week, and how we're resting and getting ready and be able to go be 1-0 next week and not look past next week into our next home game. That's what we're going to work on, and that's where we get to see just where our team's at.
So we're 52-3 now at Bob Young Field. We're on new turf. Can't go through an interview now today on first game on the new turf. How did that go, and how proud of you having that field really branded the way it is?
Well, our kids have been excited, but it's exciting for our fans to see it today that haven't seen it yet. See some of our former players come back that saw it for the first time today. So it goes beyond just our team. It goes back to our heritage and our former players and guys that played on a nice stadium, but not necessarily a great field. And so you feel bad that they didn't get to, but it's cool to see those guys, get a look at it. Our kids love it. I feel like we're faster on it even, and they think they're faster on it. So I guess if it's working in their minds, that's great.
So next week is Crookston. Any thoughts about that game?
No, I haven't even. I watched them a little bit this summer. Haven't looked at them yet. We'll look at them tomorrow. Enjoy this one and kind of see what they did today and what they're doing offensively, defensively, and we'll be ready to go to work on Monday and get her done.
Great win today, Coach.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Josh Angulo, 55-7 victory to open the season. You guys pounced all over Central Oklahoma to end the year, and you guys, I'm sure, champing at the bit to get back on the field. What's it like to go out there and start 1-0 like you guys always talk about?
It feels great, to be honest. That's like you said, we've wanted to do that since the Mineral Water Bowl ended last year, and we've just been itching at the idea of getting out there to play somebody that's not in our colors like in practice. So it was just a great time to go out there and be with my brothers and play. It was a great time.
And you had quite the spectacular touchdown run. Walk us through that verse field and 31-yard touchdown.
Obviously Luke threw me a ball. It was a little slant hitch route. The O-line had great protection, so the window was huge. I caught it and just tried to get outside. Got outside, made one guy miss, and then I just happened to see a big hole, and the entire offensive line was on that side, and I just went with them, and they did all the hard work, man. I just had to run. They blocked everybody, so it was a really good play.
And finally, so you get this one win under your belt going into next week. What's your guys' mindset?
Be 1-0. Just like always, we're done with this week. We're gonna recover this weekend, get our bodies ready to go, and then next week against Crookston, we'll be ready to go 1-0. That's the mantra. That's the goal. So.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Yeah, no problem.
USF Cougar Vision here with Marco Naughton. You had a fumble recovery. Defense was on point today. You guys didn't give up any points until the fourth quarter and just over 100 yards in the first half. What was clicking for you guys?
It seemed like on every level we were clicking. We were just trying to come with a lot of enthusiasm. That's what we stress. We want to be able to start the game with enthusiasm and then end the game with enthusiasm. We don't want there to be any drop-offs between players that go in. We really strive that no matter who's in, we're still going to play at the same level that the first group plays at. And today, it really seemed like we were clicking that way, and just glad to be 1-0.
Yeah, and a member of a veteran defensive line, you guys had some other people step up. Wesley Johnson had a big forced fumble. And what's it like for those guys to get in a game like this?
We need it because you can't just rely on one guy. This team is made up of many different units and different players, and everyone has to be ready to be able to pull their own on the field. And having guys like that be able to come in and make plays like that is really big and really helps us out.
And finally, you guys you won to end the season, but you guys had a slightly bitter taste in your mouth. What was it like to put your hand in that new turf and just get out there and play again?
Oh, it felt great. It was a tough experience last year, but that's in the past. That we don't even think about that anymore. It's a new season, and we just were ready to be 1-0. Just press 1-0 each week. It was a great feeling getting out here. Just glad to be 1-0.
Thanks, Marco, and good luck next week.
Thank you.
Luke, big 55-7 win. You guys are coming off a successful season, but you guys are still hungry. So what's it like to go out there and finally get out and play again?
It's great. We've been knocking each other's heads the past 3 weeks in fall camp, so it's great to finally get out there and hit another team. It was a lot of fun today. We came out here and we wanted to make a statement with our first game of the season, and I think we did that, and we just had fun with it.
And you yourself had, I don't know the exact stats, but you had plenty of completions, multiple receivers, and you were really spreading the ball around a lot. What were you seeing in the defense today?
It's awesome when we have as many weapons as we do on offense. You don't need to just key one guy or the other. We can dish the ball around to, anybody can make a play, so you just put the ball in your playmaker's hands. Defensively, they did some stuff that benefited us today. We had the right play calls, and they called their defenses up. And, they got us on a couple of things, too. They're a great defense, and luckily we were able to exploit a couple of gaps and weaknesses and capitalize on those plays.
And, obviously you're a big running quarterback. So, but sometimes, I mean, coaches got to be nervous when you lower your shoulder. What's it? I mean, do you like go out there? Do you like that contact?
You know, I had to get the first one out of the way. I haven't been hit in 8 months, so it was good to get the first one out of the way. But I heard it from the coaches when they lower the shoulder. I know I have to be smart and, you know, probably slide and get down sometimes, but you know, you got the adrenaline pumping sometimes. You got to roll with it.
And now going into next week, you guys travel to Minnesota Crookston. The team you guys don't want to look over. You don't want to look over any team. Your mantra is 1-0, and everyone stressed that. So how do you guys feel going into next week after a win like this?
You know, we feel good, but we know that there's definitely things that we need to fix. We'll see it on film, all the mistakes we made, and get out there on Monday and, you know, the rest of this week and try and fix all those mistakes. Go out there, get better every day, and focus on being All
right, thanks, Luke. Good luck next week.
Yeah, thank you.